Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Yodaverse podcast. It has been a long, long while, probably a month or two or three since I released an episode, but we are back in a slightly different setting. I'm just gonna go straight into it. Hopefully, I'll be more consistent with this. But anyway, today I want to talk about the art of patience. It shouldn't be too long. I just want to talk about some things that I have been reflecting on when it comes to patience as a virtue, or when it comes to patience in general. Just some things that I feel are important to talk about, or I've just been I've just been reflecting on as a whole in regards to the topic of patience. So, why does patience matter? The world loves speed. We have artificial intelligence, we have the internet, we have smartphones, text messages. All these things are platforms or tools that are based on speed and convenience, quote unquote convenience. Because I do believe that to some extent convenience is subjective, but that's a topic for another day. So, why patience matters? I believe that good things take time, regardless of what they are. I believe that life's process is more of a marathon than a 100-meter sprint. Like planting a tree that takes years and years and years to grow versus a seasonal crop. I believe that all these things require a certain level of patience to be able to navigate successfully. And Aristotle says, patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. We don't like waiting. As humans, we're so used to a relatively fast-paced world to the point where waiting seems limiting. Yet, over time and across history, we've seen how important it is to be patient and wait for things. Good things take time, whether it's learning a skill, whether it's writing a book, finishing an art piece, whether it's preparing for a marathon, or losing weight, or gaining weight, or preparing for traveling, or whatever it may be. It takes time. And the importance of patience isn't necessarily just the waiting part, because the things themselves take time, but I feel the importance of the virtue of patience within yourself is more of enjoying the process of waiting to some extent, whereas you're still living despite not having the thing yet or not having achieved the goal. But because you're patient, you're able to enjoy or further or better enjoy the process of waiting. And that, I feel, is the core fundamental aspect of well-practiced patience, is despite not having the thing you want, not being close yet to the goal that you have. Let's say you have a goal for December and it's February, or there's this thing that you expected to get 3 months ago, but it's not yet come, or there's something that you want now and you know it's going to come 6 to 12 weeks, but you wait. And the exercising of good patience is being able to enjoy the process regardless of how long the thing will take. Because for you, the enjoyment comes out of the fulfillment of being able to reach and obtain that goal. And I should probably say right now, and I should have mentioned this in the beginning, I apologize if there's any background noise of construction. I hope that you can hear me clearly. But anyway, back to it. Patience is growth. And as mentioned before, whether it's art, writing, music, it doesn't matter. All these things are slow processes. You start somewhere, you practice, and then you're patient enough to see your skill grow within yourself through your daily consistent showing up for your skill until you're able to achieve a certain goal, which is the importance of setting short-term and long-term goals. I want to be a musician. Short-term goal would be I need to learn how to sing or play the piano or the guitar. Then an even shorter term goal is I need to learn the first few basic chords on each instrument, or how to sing certain songs, or to find where my vocal range sits. Or when it's in regards to art, I want to be a concept artist. First, I need to learn what steps it requires to get there. I need to learn anatomy. I need to learn values. I need to learn shading. I need to learn form and perspective and composition skills so that I can be able to achieve that. The long-term goal and the short-term goal. And splitting things into short-term goals helps with patience because you're not necessarily angry with yourself for not being able to achieve the ultimatum of your goal, because there's smaller goals that are leading to that you can achieve day by day, week by week, or month by month, until you're certainly able to achieve that goal if you've been able to put the adequate amount of practice required for that particular skill. Another thing I want to talk about is patience when it comes to interpersonal relations. When you're talking with friends, or whether it's relationships with your parents or your peers in general, patience is required to build friendships. I do believe that the best friendships there's friends that you can make instantly, but I feel like you only truly become friends after spending time with one another, whether conversationally or through the activities that you do, and then you're able to learn more about them. And that takes patience. It could take a few months to fully know whether this person is truly your friend, whether they're a friend for a particular season only, or they're going to be a friend for a certain long amount of time. And that patience is needed. That patience is also needed when there's certain levels of quote-unquote disparities within the relationship where let's say you know more than someone. Let's say you're more mature in this friendship, or you're even less mature. Regardless, whatever it is. If you're less mature, you need to have patience, and you have to be patient enough with yourself to get to the point where you're leveled, which is not always the case. And if you are more mature in this case, then you have to be patient with yourself and the other person, because maybe it's something in their life that is causing them to act a certain way, and you don't know that. So you have to be patient enough to let this friendship mature over time so that you can be able to find common ground regardless of whatever gap of maturity you see in that friendship. And that's why I think patience is required, because it's something that you're building together with this person. And I feel like that encapsulates everything that I'd like to say about patience in general. I wanted this to be relatively short and just think about some things, because patience is something that's not easy to tap into, but it's something that can be practiced just by enjoying the process. And I'm speaking more from let's call it a skill-based perspective. When you're trying to achieve a certain goal, I'd say the best, most effective way is to set short-term goals and enjoy the process of doing so. And whatever it is, whether it's your dreams or yourself or the people you're interacting with, I do encourage you to be able to exercise more patience, because the things will come. But rushing them doesn't make the process enjoyable. And getting frustrated at the thing not happening as fast as you wanted, it could be, just last example, it could be you're in the gym and you want to achieve a certain goal. Let's say you want to lose a certain amount of weight or gain a certain amount of weight. And you say, in the next 6 months, this is what I want to be in the next 6 months. And you put in the work and all that, and maybe something gets in the way. A personal change or something, anything gets in the way. And now it seems like it'll take around 9 months to achieve that goal instead of 6 months. You can either be frustrated, or the accomplishment of that goal can be so great in your mind that you're willing to wait for it and enjoy the process of getting to it. And that is all that I shall say about patience. And it's just something I wanted to share as I try to get back on track with recording these episodes. But before I leave, there is one announcement I must make. If you follow me on Instagram on my art channel, then you would know that I recently opened a Gumroad store and a Redbubble store for the landscapes that I've been doing over the past few months, and they're available for purchase as A4 digital prints on Gumroad, and you can buy them on select items on Redbubble. If you'd like to check those out, it'll be greatly appreciated. And also, if you'd like to check out the art channel itself, all links will be in the description below. And if you want to know what my thoughts are on storytelling, there's be a link at the end of this video to that video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you doing so, and I hope to see you next time. And lastly, sorry, before I close, the newsletter is still running pretty actively, and it's on Substack, and the link to that will also be in the description below. Thanks again. Glad to be back. Hope to be consistent, and I wish you a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.